Was honestly getting used to the lighting in here, but as a coach, how does preparing for this match in this big arena compare to other matches you guys have played this season?
Like most visiting gyms, you just gotta learn a little bit of a feel, and this is the largest, so does the ball float more? Does it die a little bit more? How hard do you feel you can hit your serve? All of those things play a little bit of a role. So anytime we go to a visiting gym, we're going to do similar activities and exercises and visual things to try and get a feel for the gym.
How many times have you practiced in here before?
Just today.
Just today? This is the only time?
Yep.
As a longtime coach, how have you kind of seen the evolution of, people buying into women's sports, volleyball specifically, and now being a part of that to be on the stage tomorrow?
I think it's huge. I believe that girls volleyball is the #1 high school team sport played. I want to say track and field overall numbers might be a little bit higher, but in terms of participation, youth participation, even our camp in the last decade has gone from 200 to 1,200 campers, all volleyball community. And so it's great to see. It's great to see these venues. It's great to see 17,000 people at a game, 90,000 people at a game. We believe our sport can be the most popular female sport out there, and we're excited to be in a big stage and show it.
I guess now with standing room tickets available, there's like maybe 18,000 people that can get packed in here. Would you have ever expected maybe coaching in front of that many people in the regular season, so to speak?
No. I think when I was 20 years old, I found out you could be a volleyball coach for a living. And I think I wrote down my goal of being a head coach by the age of 30, and I think that's where my goal stopped. I don't think I continued to 17,000 in my home state, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah, you mentioned being a state native and went to college in the city here. Why do you think volleyball has caught on so much? You and Wisconsin are both like elite programs now, and Green Bay is pretty good.
I think the Midwest in general has really strong volleyball, and whether it's the Northeast that has the lacrosses or the South that maybe is more basketball and football driven. The Midwest is a huge hub of volleyball talent. So I think that helps, the ability to play close to home and be in a winning program. So I think that's, Minnesota would say the same thing, and Illinois would say the same thing. So I think that whether it's because we have a winter or it's just a popular team sport that's indoor, but it's huge around here, and we love it. And we also have had boys forever. I played boys volleyball in the state. A lot of states are trying to catch on to that. And now there's double the teams that when I played on the boys side as well. So volleyball is a big deal in Wisconsin.
Is this something that you're going to have to take a breath, step back a little, and just kind of take it in for a couple seconds?
I think leading up to it, even just there's been a huge level of appreciation. Marquette administration has done a ton of work to allow this to happen, to allow my idea to be executed. A lot of people have put in a lot of effort, so I'm extremely appreciative of all of that. Extremely appreciative of all the fans that are coming. And afterwards, sure, I think I'll think about how cool it was. I think when we walk out, and it's crowded and wild, and instead of being in the stands and watching our basketball team, I'll be the one on the floor. I think that'll be a pretty neat experience.
I guess more on an X's and O's perspective, you guys have had a crazy non-conference schedule with who you guys have played. Now you're going to play, the #1 team in the nation that also happens to be an in-state rivalry. What's kind of the preparation trying to get your girls back on track, especially knowing that Big East play starts next week?
Yeah, we don't feel we really hit our stride yet, which is unfortunate with that type of a preseason. We came into the season a little bit nicked up, but are getting healthier as it's been going on. And, hopefully we've seen some really good things in practice. We've seen some really good sets in some of our matches. And hopefully we can start to get that, more durations, much more focus on us. We know what Wisconsin has to the table from a size perspective. It's second to none. They're the largest team I've ever seen in 25 years of college volleyball. So finding kills is extremely difficult. Getting stops is extremely difficult. So really a lot of attention is just paid to on our side of the ball.
Other than, I guess, communication probably being a big key tomorrow, but just how many people are going to be in here, what do you see as your biggest strength that can maybe give Wisconsin their first loss of the season?
Yeah, I think our hitters and setters have come a little bit away on the tempo we run and where they'll be standing and positionally to hopefully be able to do that. I think what's different in this environment is I think we might have one team gets a kill and 7,000 people scream, and the other team gets a kill and 10,000 people scream. Whereas when you're at home in the Owl and it's 3,000, or you're at Wisconsin and it's 7,000, that changes things, right? Is it all the crowd for you? Is it all the crowd against you? So we'll see how that plays out. Nebraska and Creighton play a similar game. I think the Nebraska fans outweigh them a little bit, but I think that will make for a really fun environment. You come to a Bucks game in here, a Marquette game in here, it's 90%, 10%, or 95 and 5, and so this will hopefully be a pretty exciting atmosphere.